Conestoga.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. So I'm very happy to be here today to be part of the debate on Bill 32. This piece of legislation is one that bodes very well for both suppliers and consumers of natural gas, protecting the interests of both these parties in my riding and across Ontario. And importantly, it does this without pulling from the government purse. It is a private sector solution that, one, puts more money back in people's pockets, and two, makes Ontario open for business again. Unlike the previous government's track record on this issue, it is not a costly and bureaucratic plan that promises the world to energy consumers, but fails to deliver any real practical solutions for their pocketbooks. I will put this into perspective for you. Over the course of 2 economic development projects under the previous government, natural gas expansion only reached 9. That's 9 new communities. Keep in mind also that this limited expansion involved the use of tax dollars and government grants, hurting the pocketbooks of all Ontarians. This policy of the previous government was no plan for the people, and it was bad and poorly executed. The people of Ontario were clear in the last election. They want a government who is committed to expanding natural gas access while reining in government spending. This, Madam Speaker, is what we promised and what we will deliver to Ontario consumers and businesses. And with the introduction of Bill 32, the Access to Natural Gas Act, and a common-sense private sector solution, it delivers it in a fair way, and it's fair to say, promise made,
Promise kept.
Unlike the previous government's policies, ours actually takes significant measures to tackle the demands for natural gas expansion in rural and northern areas. Under our policy, natural gas expansion will hit as many as 78 new communities across Ontario. So if you look back, what the Liberals did, 9 communities, we're hoping to hit 78 new communities across Ontario. Wow. This expansion is likely, to translate into 63 new projects while providing natural gas services to more than 33,000 Ontario households. Some good questions to ask are, what is the real impact on the pocketbooks of consumers, and how is this expansion saving them money? Well, Madam Speaker, the math is pretty simple on this one. Those households who choose to fulfill their energy needs with natural gas will save up to as much as $2,500 a year. This simultaneous reduction in cost to the consumer and expansion of services across the province is no small feat. It is nothing short of innovative. Quite frankly, the people of Ontario deserve a government that can deliver these kind of innovative solutions to some of the most complex and significant issues faced by this province. Because that is what is fair. A government that is working for the people, not taking the people and their pocketbooks for granted. A government that respects the people, and a government that is committed to making Ontario open for business again. My own riding of Kitchener-Conestoga provides some great examples of the kind of positive economic impact that this bill's provisions will have across the province. Like many of my colleagues in government from southwestern Ontario, my riding of nearly 1,000 square kilometres is dominated by prime agricultural land and beautiful rural landscapes. Complementing the urban portion of southwest Kitchener, the rural townships of Wilmot, Wellesley and Woolwich are home to more than 1,191 farms, which provide the backbone for the region of Waterloo economy. Waterloo region more broadly is home to nearly 1,300 farms with an average size of 156 acres. The majority of agricultural land is used to grow crops, including field crops, hay, fruits, field vegetables, and sod or nursery crops. In regards to farmers themselves, the vast majority are livestock farmers, primarily cattle and dairy farms. All the farms in my riding generate significant revenues for our local economy. In 2015, gross farm receipts totaled $563.6 million, an increase of $90.7 million from 2010. During those 5 years, total expenses from farms grew by $93 million, totaling $483 million. As a highly agricultural riding, Madam Speaker, Kitchener-Conestoga is especially well-tuned.
Bruce Gray, Owen Sound, on a point of order.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. I seek unanimous consent to put forward a motion without notice respecting the member's code. Certainly. Okay. Certainly.
From Kitchener-Conestoga.
So, Madam Speaker, as a highly agricultural riding, Kitchener-Conestoga is especially well-tuned to realize the benefits of natural gas expansion. The wider consumer accessibility to affordable natural gas will help farm revenues increase and decrease expenditure, which will ultimately allow farmers to expand their operations. Clearly, low-cost natural gas has been a long-standing demand for Kitchener-Conestoga farmers. For example, my riding has a large Mennonite population that currently run many of their farms off generators, who would really like to have access to natural gas. And to be honest, there was increasing frustration from not just farmers, but also business owners and municipalities with the previous government's restrictions, which limited private sector companies from participating in natural gas expansion. Quoting Rick Luigi, the Chief Administration Officer in Wellesley Township, "The lack of natural gas is one of the stumbling blocks that keeps businesses from opening in the township. Better access could help level the playing field if they had the same resources available as centres do." The constituents that I spoke to throughout my campaign and beyond agree with Luigi, because although those opposing Bill 32 may say that natural gas is not the best source of energy, that its price can fluctuate in the winter months, the actual farmers on the front lines of the agricultural industry will tell you natural gas is always the cheapest and most attractive option for their businesses. I was just talking to some farmers at the Ontario Federation of Agriculture reception Tuesday night here at Queen's Park about this very issue. They were here because it is Ontario Agriculture Week, and I'd like to have a round of applause for that. We all love our farmers here in Ontario. Absolutely, Farmers Feed City. So, speaking to the president of the OFA and speaking to their membership, their message was clear. Natural gas is the future for farming in Ontario. They want a government that is committed to expanding natural gas across the province, and for good reason. While Wellesley's major settlements have access to natural gas, there are currently 800 to 900 properties out of the 3,400 that do not have access. That is over 20%, Madam Speaker. 20% of the population of Wellesley Township do not have access to natural gas. The farmers, business owners, municipal officials that I talk to all say the same thing. The accessibility of natural gas could be one more reason for a company to come and to stay in these rural townships or relocate elsewhere. So to this I say natural gas policy has significant ramifications relating to individual employment and the overall sustainability of the rural economy. For the average residential customer, the switch from electric heat from propane, oil, or natural gas will result in a savings between $800 to $2,500 a year. Savings to the wider agricultural, food, manufacturing, trades, transport equipment operators in Wilmot, Wellesley, and Woolwich townships would be just as significant, which employ 8,820 individuals. The success of the agricultural industry is vital to the economic prosperity of my riding and this province. As such, I was happy to hear confirmation that urban Kitchener residents of my riding will soon be getting to see their natural gas bills reduced as well, to the tune of $81 a year because of our government's elimination of the cap-and-trade carbon tax. Adding to this, the introduction of Bill 32 demonstrates that we will continue to provide additional relief to families and send a clear message that Ontario's rural and northern heartlands are now once again open for business. It is important that we are doing everything that we can as Ontario's governing party to assist the agricultural industry in achieving its production objectives, bringing economic prosperity to our province. Because the agricultural industry's success is not only vital to the economic success of my riding, but also to the success of Ontario's economy. So what is so innovative about Bill 32 that will make it more attractive, make business more attractive in Ontario? Sorry.